if you look at this, this is 10 meters long from here to here. So each one of these sections, 3.3. So 3.3 meters, and it's coming out 900. So you could almost say 3 meters of 3 cubic meters of storage in each one. So that should give us 9 cubic meters of storage, not heavy storage, just storage, like things like this, right? This rubber trim that we've got a whole roll of, we've got to keep that. We've got conduit, flexible conduit, we've got to keep that. We want to chuck it out and then need it again. Just stuff like that that you want to have on hand, you know. Some of the auto electrical parts, split conduits, you name it, you know, maybe even some plumbing stuff or some plumbing pipe, you know. You don't want to chuck it and then need it later on. And if you pay for the material, you pay for the roll, you want to keep it somewhere, but you don't want to be tripping on it every day. So 9 cubic square meters is what I'm kind of... All right, so let's say 8 cubic square meters. I'd still be happy with that. So if I get 8 cubic square meters across the top here, I'll probably get another, let's say 4 cubic square meters, and then we're going to be dealing with this wall here, which is even larger. So we'll probably do that in a similar type fashion, but I thought I'd start here right in the middle. This is going to be a tight one to do. I'm going to have to dress all those edges there and work around the window. And this one's going to be tight as well because you know, I've got to work around the doorway there. So I thought I'd start at the middle. And the reason it's taken me so long to do this is because I've had all sorts of things. Like it was only a few months ago I did the timing chain on one of the eye loads and the new sump and oil thing and all the rest. I've got to chuck that away. That's done now. And then we had the remaking of the clean out of the eye load where I made new shelvings and stuff, and this is just some of the stuff that's got to go back into it, you know, all these keys, nuts and bolts, pre-cuts, lock parts, fasteners, all that, tools, all that's got to go back still in that van. So that's why I've been delayed on being able to do this, but now I think I can get this kind of done. Another temporary thing is I've had this fan left over from a factory unit, and had it sitting around for about 3-4 years, and you know, it's been rained on a few times too. Had it sitting sort of undercovered down the back. Anyway, it's I call it my plane fan, because when you turn it on, it's like a plane, and I didn't want to drill holes in the, you know, to temporarily put it on. So I've gone and done what I saw my uncle do, and he clamps everything. He's got this stuff protecting his gutters from leaves, and he's used clamps, and these are his old clamps. So give me a box of clamps. I thought, okay, I'm going to clamp the duck's nuts out of it and just put it up there, and that's holding up 30 kilos or 40 kilos, whatever it is, but it works well. So at least I have a fan if it gets hot. But yeah, so a lot of welding, cutting. I bought a new saw as well, which is put away. It's a bandsaw, a Vevor Las Vegas bandsaw. I'm going to be giving that a run. Can cut up to 100 mil box tube, and this is 75 by 75. I've got my new welder, which is a DC sort of inverter one. It's like a pocket one that looks like kids could play with it, but they can't. So I'm going to be pulling that out and giving that a run. My older arc welder, I think it's called 3.5 arc welder, piece of rubbish. So if my little pocket welder doesn't do it, I'm going to go buy myself a new welder as well, but I reckon it will. I did some of these frames down here with that pocket welder. After using the arc welder and struggling with it for quite a while, I bought the little pocket welder and did an awesome job, and I was just like, what am I doing? And also the frames for the second gutter, they're all welded into place as well. These ones here, they're welded, well, the framing was all welded up with that pocket welder, and I was really impressed with it. So that brings us to here. All this will be covered. I mean, the brick wall I could make look nicer, but I'm not going to. I'm not bothered with it because it's all going to be under a desk. So couple of beams up here. Then we're going to make, with the L shape, we're going to make a box to come around in a level. Then we're going to do the next level. We're going to bolt those two together. We're going to bolt these two together. We're going to cross brace these two vertical pillars with a cross brace here, a cross brace here, and a cross brace here. And then we're going to cross brace it with the L bracket, or the angle across the top. And that should make like a solid unit. So this actual part that I'm making here will have to accommodate on this side, and this one here will have to accommodate on this side. So especially the top rail, I'll need to weld on some brackets there, so when the time's right, I can just screw the next section on. So the whole idea is to make this so it's not, I was going to just weld it into position, but I think that's pretty nasty. I think it's better if it can be removed and bolted together, because then it gives you that extra option of modification without cutting and grinding and having to re-weld again. So I'm going to make it as a, how do you say, departmentalized, or whatever they call it. Make it in sections, so it bolts together. So each one of these levels, I've got some M10 stainless bolts going through the 50 by 50 by 3 mil. That should be okay, as long as I don't put too much weight on the actual weight on the shelf. I should be fine. I mean, I know that steel there, I'm pretty sure over a 3 meter run can take at least 200. I used it to make some beds in a motorhome during COVID, and they're perfect. Can take a lot more weight than is on it. Okay, so cutting and welding. This is before photo. You can see all my mess. Yes, I'll be cleaning it soon. All right, and I'll show it to you after once we're done.